Hello, 583 students. I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you about Module 2 and make sure you understand the steps that we will be doing in that module. I have broken this into two pieces. The Part 1 using some previous textbooks that I have available, and then Part 2, hopefully once everybody's textbooks have arrived, we can move on into our textbook for class. So stay tuned and we'll all stay peeled for those packages to arrive at our door. I'm actually waiting for my own copy of the book, so I'm in the same boat that you are. I just have access to an electronic version too. So with Module 2, if you click on the modules, as always, you'll find that Module 2 is open and ready for you. As with Module 1, there's a task list there. And if you click into the task list, you can see all the individual steps to take in order to complete the module. And again, this is kind of separated into Part 1 and Part 2. So in Part 1, don't forget we have our very first synchronous meeting next week. I'm looking forward to meeting you all online and talking about some of your initial thoughts on comparative education and where we're going with this. There'll be a screen capture that I'm recording now, linked here, intro to the module. And then I basically walk you right through the steps. So return to the discussion boards from the previous module and see if there's any post to your responses, or read your peers' responses and post to them as well. There's not a specific requirement for a certain number of posts. It's just basically building the community, checking, and especially if someone's responded to you, you want to, of course, do them the courtesy of responding back or acknowledging that they did start that conversation with you. Once after today, when the survey closes, which was this beginning of class survey, I'll post those results here, especially with those questions about innovative practices in global ed, what do we know about global education, etc. And then this is an optional post if you want to read those survey results. If you have anything that arises at the top that you'd like to share, then you can share that in the discussion board. In Module 3, we'll be doing multimedia projects where you'll be learning about a country of your own choice and their education system. So as you're thinking about if there are countries around the world that you're interested in learning more about, this module, I just want you to kind of give us your initial thoughts. What countries are you interested in? Why are you interested in those countries? What do you want to explore? That's due no later than next Friday. It's a short, easy post. And then there's 3 main readings here. The Phillips and Schweisfurth chapter, the Wellman article, and the Marshall chapter. This is really kind of give you a basic foundational understanding of comparative education as a field and get us going from the very beginning there. So with that, you read those 3. You might need to reread them as we go later into the semester, but just to kind of give you that initial thinking around those ideas. There's a website to explore, which is the Comparative and International Education Society, which is a professional organization for comparative education in the United States. And there are branches of this in other countries around the world or other regions as well. I want you to just explore their most recent newsletter, kind of learn what they're all about. And then with those 2, there's this activity in the Marshall book, the chapter that's posted here, where it just asks you to explore some other comparative education societies and get a sense for what they're interested in. And then that's again just kind of a very simple post, just looking over these materials, thinking about education, comparative education. And then the more significant post is this first thoughts about comparative education. And if you click there, it'll say, what are your 3 main takeaways from the readings? What are 2 things you're left wondering about? And what is one good quote that you found in the reading? So hopefully that'll get us through, that's about a week and a half from now. That'll get us through that point. And then hopefully for the second half of the module, we'll have our own textbooks to go to. If not, I'll just continue using the scanned copies of previous chapters that I've got from other books. So if you have any questions about any of that materials or any of these assignments, please don't hesitate to let me know. This task list is really kind of your to-do list, kind of where to go with that to-do list. And I will, as I might have mentioned before, there are multiple places where you can find this information. When you go back to the modules, you'll see the task list there. You'll see the readings and resources. You'll see the 3 places to post. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. I will be delving into reading your Global Citizens and Darling Hammond posts myself and responding to you there. And I look forward to the conversation and seeing you on Zoom on Tuesday.